Look at that.
I don't know, Dean. I'm thinking we should do a review for our YouTube channel that really speaks to the people about the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, Tom. I think I know where you're going with this. I know exactly where you're going with this.
I know, right, dude? We just have to put our heart in the right place.
Yeah, wait. Oh, you're going a religious angle with this?
What? No, dude. Pfft. No, nothing of the sort. Pfft. I just had to fucking fart, dude. Pfft.
Oh, well, that's good, Tom, because what I thought you were going to say was this Christmas we need something very special, a movie that's close to all of our hearts. When we think of Christmas movies, it's the first one that we think of. What special movie am I talking about, Tom? What were we going to watch? But Jingle All The Way.
That idiotic Schwarzenegger movie from the fucking mid-90s?
Idiotic? But it's Schwarzenegger. He's the best. It's like Kindergarten Cop and Christmas all rolled into one. And there's Sinbad, Tom. Sinbad.
Oh, it's Sinbad, all right. It's a sin, it's so bad.
It's a good movie, Tom. And it's so good. Okay, let's watch the goddamn trailer for historical purposes.
It's educational and historical purposes.
I never been educated, Tom, so there you go.
Critics are celebrating Jingle All The Way.
I know what you're thinking.
The side-splitting holiday movie. From the director of Home Alone and the director of The Flintstones.
You baby.
It's hilarious.
Hi, I'm the dreaded Dean imitating Troy McClure. You might remember Phil Hartman in better projects such as Saturday Night Live, Pee-wee's Playhouse, and The Simpsons.
And you guys might also remember Arnold Schwarzenegger from such films as Commando, Terminator 1, Terminator 2, Predator, and all sorts of amazing movies that aren't this.
And Sinbad had a pretty good show.
Yeah.
What, Tom? Are we trying to say that it was not a good movie?
Maybe. All right, guys, we just got done watching Jingle All The Way, and what'd you think, Dean?
Well, I don't know. This movie didn't know what the fuck it wanted to be. Like, it tried too hard near the beginning and middle to try to be a real movie, and then it just put a bunch of slapstick in there. If it was just slapstick all the way through, like, I think I would really like the movie, because there were parts that had me cracking up. It was like, if they would have just focused more on the nonsense, if it was more stupid,
yeah,
it would have been good, I think.
Yeah, I think if they would have had a little more of the slapstick, it could have floated in a Home Alone sort of way, but as it were, there was like a lot of sappy dialogue and a whole bunch of dry spells. I mean, there's just points in the movie where I'm just rubbing my temples going, is it over yet? And it wasn't.
There was a moment I was getting sleepy.
Yeah.
I'm like over here falling asleep, and I've had a lot of coffee today.
And, you know, to be honest, guys, Jingle All The Way kind of embodies everything I disliked about the mid-90s cinematic scene. You know, the outfits were bland, the music was dull, you know, just everything about this movie had a very stagnant soccer mom vibe about it, and I just didn't like that era of, you know, cinematography. It just was very boring, and nothing in this movie just leaps out at you. Like, there's a lot of other Christmas movies that hit the nail on the head, and this just isn't one of them, you know? It's a bad movie.
Could have been a good movie, though. There's really no reason why it should have been a bad movie.
Right.
Like I said, I feel like the movie just didn't know what it wanted to be. If they would have tried more on like the family aspect. Like it could have been a wholesome family movie, but then you've got like the scene where we were relating it with The Matrix 2, where like all the Santa Clauses are fighting with Arnold.
Right.
And it was a hilarious scene.
Probably the best scene in the movie, really.
But it was the scene that made me go, who the fuck is this movie for? Like,
right.
Because you've got the Christmas thing going on. You're trying to get the kid his toy, which is ironic because that is the actor that was Anakin Skywalker in Phantom Menace.
Right.
Cracks me the hell up because like we're making jokes about how like Arnold's like such a bad father. He like instead of becoming Turbo Man when he became older, he became Darth Vader.
Right. And can you imagine this child actor down the road trying to like get another job? I mean, like the employer would be like, "What's on your resume?" "Oh, Jingle All The Way and the Phantom Menace." Next. You know, it's just like, wow, like everything about this movie is just, you know, underwhelming. And you know, in my opinion, back in the day when this came out, I always thought it was a bad movie. It marked a low point in Schwarzenegger's career for me because he hadn't done a really good movie for many years, and then comes Jingle All The Way, and I don't know, that was like the final nail in the coffin for me.
Pretty sure that was the time period where he got the divorce with his wife. So it's like, my wife wants alimony. Let me do a Jingle All The Way.
Yeah, Christmas movie, Money in the Bank, you know, and you can just, and that's one other thing I want to discuss about this movie is you can tell Schwarzenegger's enjoying himself. I mean, you know, it's not phoned in.
He hammed it up like any other movie, you know?
Yeah, but like everything else about, and Phil Hartman was great. He's like this inadvertent, sleazy villain that's trying to like steal Schwarzenegger's wife, but like he was totally underutilized.
You know, I feel like they also, if they didn't have Phil Hartman, they could have used Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, but to be perfectly honest, like every actor that should have been the main focal point was totally underutilized. Phil Hartman, Sinbad, and I was telling Dean during the movie, I can't believe I'm saying this.
Jim Belushi.
Yeah, and Jim Belushi. But when I was watching the movie with Dean, I couldn't believe I was saying this, but Sinbad was underutilized. What the fuck?
The movie really does have its moments, like when Sinbad and Arnold are like in their slapsticky moments.
Yeah.
Like I had a smile on my face.
But in the end, honestly, guys, I cannot recommend Jingle All The Way. It's not a good movie, let alone a good Christmas movie. And I'm going to do the star count now. Out of 10 stars, I'm going to give this one 3. And that's only because of the actors. 1 for Schwarzenegger, 1 for Sinbad, and I can't believe I'm saying that either, and 1 for Phil Hartman. Outside of that, everything else falls flat for me.
I'm going to give it a little credit. Like, we did watch the extended version, so I feel like there were a lot of scenes that were cut out that we didn't really need to be watching.
We probably witnessed stuff that we didn't need to see.
There were parts of the movie I did really like.
Sure.
And just looking at it is amusing to me.
You got to give it a star count, though, man.
I'm going to give it 5 out of 10.
Wow. So there you have it, folks. Jingle All The Way. And if you want my opinion, throw this into the Christmas fire because it's a hunk of crap.